Gee, I can't wait to hop on Google and see what's going on the world today. Hey, this looks interesting. If you're like the majority of civilians right now, you're probably doing the same thing I'm doing. At home, in bed, on YouTube, all day. And as great as that sounds, trust me, it's not. As you're all pretty much aware at this point, I don't need to explain anything, but coronavirus has pretty much changed the way we go about our daily lives. It has impacted both the world and this country specifically, as we're, depending on when you're watching this video, we've already surpassed our 1 million case mark. Of course, with a pandemic of this magnitude and without a vaccine or any type of cure or legitimate testing to go around to fit the masses, we had to shut down. We have to social distance. We have to keep away from each other, which is understandable. However, this does affect a lot of local businesses, small businesses, and many huge businesses, as you can see right here.
Yeah, Disney earnings, Adam, coming on May 5, and the numbers are not going to be pretty for the parks. And now we're going to start to see the ones in Asia open up, as you say, but not in the U.S., and it's unclear when in the U.S. The company has furloughed nearly 100,000 parks workers, which made sense, although it was a brutal number to see because the parks weren't open. And this is the profit engine for the company. That was true for a few years, but last year, again, rose more than 10%. The profit did from the parks, and it was sort of the quiet driver. I mean, the glitz and the glam with Disney was the streaming and the media and Marvel and Pixar, and that's what we often focus on. But the parks are the quiet profit engine. So this was brutal for Disney to have the parks closed.
I am currently a Chuck E. Cheese game room attendant at the store in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I have been out of a job for almost a month and a half now. I don't get unemployment. I don't get any stimulus. I just have to work with what I've got. And the question keeps being asked, when will Chuck E. Cheese open? When will I expect my job? When can I expect to go and dance with Chucky again? And I will try to my best ability to answer that all in this video. But before I begin, I just want to remind you guys that I am not a politician, nor am I a businessman or an entrepreneur. So take what I'm saying at face value because I'm just telling you guys what I know. So it's not a question right now of if Chuck E. Cheese will open, it's more so of a when they will open type thing. And while yes, we are not immune from the effects of the shutdown, Chuck E. Cheese's was still hit, but it wasn't nearly hit as hard as many of the bigger businesses out there. Chuck E. Cheese has set up a restructuring, but this does not mean that they're filing for bankruptcy or going out of business anytime soon. At the recording of this video, they are planning for reopening within the next few weeks. So this just goes to show you not to trust anyone who tries to fear-induce you. Moving on. However, in order to safely do that to protect us, the employees, and the guests attending our stores, we have to change the way we do things in the stores. Sanitation must increase. So before this corona thing shut everything down, back when it was still a huge deal, but we could still go about our daily lives and go to work, I noticed that we had gotten sent in way more hand sanitation stations. We've gotten about like 5 or 6 brand new hand sanitizer stations. You just go up, press the knob, and you got hand sanitizer, which is really good at ensuring that people keep their hands clean, especially in a business like Chuck E. Cheese, because it is a germ factory. As a game room attendant, I realize that my job will be a little more harder when I do come back, because I understand that we're gonna have to have way more frequent game detailing and cleaning. Chuck E. Cheese is an arcade filled with kids and drunk parents. So touching those surfaces and then immediately going to another surface and then immediately going to grab food probably isn't the best mix. So therefore, I have a strong feeling that they're going to put a huge emphasis on making sure that all the games are cleaned constantly, whether it be every half hour, every 15 minutes. But how does social distancing at a Chuck E. Cheese even work? What I think they'll probably do is, of course, they'll limit the amount of people that can come into a building, which may cause problems depending on if there's a party that day or they have a certain amount of relatives that want to show up, but they can't. They've been denied because of coronavirus. They can only have a certain amount of people in the restaurant. They might cut off or block off every other table so that way families can still eat and dine 6 feet apart from each other. People are also concerned. People who have jobs are wanting to know when they can get back in the Chucky suit. They want to know when they can make magic for the guests again. And unfortunately, I don't have a direct answer for you on that one, but I can sort of guess because they did ban the costume weeks before the shutdown. So I assume when we open everything back up, the costume is still going to be banned for a few weeks, if not a couple months. But realistically, I think Chucky most likely won't make any appearances until mid to late summer, because you have to keep in mind, just because we reopen everything, the coronavirus doesn't magically disappear. However, I do feel like Chucky coming out every hour for a roadshow isn't as necessary to the business. Yeah, kids will be, unhappy. Where's Chucky? I don't get any tickets, but most existing stage stores you go to, Chucky doesn't come out, period, anyway. So I really think that going into this whole thing, Chucky should really only be used for birthday parties, which, is kind of fair for now if you really think about it. But I don't know, what's your guys' opinion on that? Let me know down in the comments. Before we continue on with this video, if you guys made it this far, please make sure you guys like and subscribe and share this video. There'll be a lot more videos, Chuckster Chat topics coming up in the future, so just stay tuned for that. Thanks again. As far as I know, Chuck E. Cheese has set up a restructuring plan. They have not filed for any bankruptcies at this time, at least from the making of this video. Things could change by the time I upload it, or simply by the time I finish this recording. We don't really know. Chuck E. Cheese has furloughed most of its staff, both in its restaurants and in the corporate office. From a rumor what I was hearing going around, that the entertainment department was laid off, including Matt Daniel and all the voice actors, which would make sense. However, we have been seeing some new stuff in recent weeks. A lot of the stuff that's been going on the channel has been re-uploaded content, which a lot of fans deem lazy or flooded crap that's already been posted, which I can kind of understand. Re-uploading content that got good views beforehand will not automatically make those re-uploads get good views now, just because you have no means of making content and uploading. One thing I will say though is the live streams on YouTube, but they're not live actually, because you can't talk to Chucky and his friends.
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck E. Cheese.
It's simply a pre-recorded video that just premiered live. You can't comment on it or anything unless you're using Facebook, because again, Chuck E. Cheese is a kid channel and COPPA has taken away that option. As far as I know, entertainment department productions are on halt. Anything new that we have seen on the channel, content-wise, is what was lucky enough to be made before the shutdown. Although many people are already aware, and it's sort of a bummer, I thought it was still relevant enough to bring up in this video. During the restructuring, Chuck E. Cheese openly announced that they would consider the closure of their stores, which weren't the most profitable. And within this closure, we have seen 3 stores close so far, and all 3 of them were great historical stores. The stores that closed were Fort Collins, Colorado, Danvers, Massachusetts, and Diamond Bar, California. And what makes this closure even more upsetting was that during this time right about now, I was supposed to have actually been in Diamond Bar recording the show, meeting with fans and seeing my friends again. And unfortunately, I won't ever have the opportunity to do that. As of right now, those are the only 3 stores that have closed, and we do not know or have any information on any upcoming closures. I will let you know as soon as I can. So when should employees expect to get their jobs back? Well, like I said, I'm not a politician, but I do know Donald Trump is pushing to reopen the economy within the next couple of days, next couple of weeks possibly. I know that the majority of states should be open within the next 2 to 6 weeks on a wide scale level. So we can kind of see an outline for when Chuck E. Cheese could possibly be open again. Yes, they're gonna have to think about a lot of things before they are given the green light to even open. They are a children's arcade entertainment business. They are not essential. They have to go ahead and see what things will need to be tweaked in order to make the guest experience more safe for everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and give a random guess, say around late May, possibly early June. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this Chuckster Chat episode. If you guys enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down and let me know why you don't like this video in the comments. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and share this video to all your friends. Until next time, this is Larry, signing out.